Hey everybody, this is Ryan with South Jersey Yak Fishing. Thanks once again for tuning in. First off, can I just tell you how much I love my new trailer? I bought this local and brand new right here in South Jersey at Maximum Marine Auto and Trailer in Upper Township. These guys got me situated in a couple of hours and they were great. It has made my life way convenient, especially for these quick trips. It really beats pulling the yak out of the back of the truck and loading it up, which kills my lower back, you know, at my young age. Now I can just dump my preloaded yak into the water and just go like any other boat, which is kind of what we got to do today, because today's trip is just a quick after work trip. The weather was beautiful, the tide was right, and as any good fisherman would do, I weaseled my way out of work just a little early so I could make it. We're going to enjoy about a 2-hour session of catch and release with Sheepshead. As always, the bait is fiddler crabs. They're going to be on bottom sweeper jigs, and yeah man, let's do this. Now, usually when I arrive at the bridge, it doesn't take me much longer than, say, about 20 minutes to find them. And basically, I'm just checking all the pilings from one side across the bridge to the other until I run into them. And trust me, they could be anywhere. But in this case, it's going to take me about 15 minutes before I arrive at this piling. And originally, I try to engage the piling the same way I usually do, but with the wind pushing on my stern, it's kind of wrapping me around in front of the piling, which gives me the perfect opportunity to show you one of the trolling motor features that I talked about 2 videos ago, and that's the autopilot mode. Now what this does is it allows the operator to get the kayak going on a particular heading or bearing, and when you press the autopilot button, it locks you into that heading and automatically drives the kayak for you. And I had figured out that if I do this right next to the piling where I want to be, and I hit that button, I could just adjust the speed or the power to the engines so that I'm not moving as much as I'm just kind of running in place. And this works great, especially near the bridge or under it, because it uses a more traditional compass instead of relying on GPS satellites. And I'm going to use this method to catch a sheepshead right now. It's a tog, I think. No, it's a sheep. Small one. Oh, he's barely hooked. Nice. All right. Spot lock. This guy's really small, man. He's probably like 14. Let's see. Actually, he's about 15 and a half. Nice size fish. $15.5 sheepshead. Going home. Bye-bye. Alright, so after catching that fish, I really wasn't getting any more bites, so I just continued to bounce around as I usually do until I ended up here, and the current is a lot calmer here, and I'm able to engage the piling as I usually do. I'm fishing approximately 6 to 10 feet, which is as shallow as I've ever caught these sheepshead, and you have to be careful when you're setting the hook at this depth, because if you miss, that jig's going to come flying up out of the water. So sheepshead have a really stealthy bite. I mean, it's super light. And you may have heard me say in the past, I never felt the bite, or I set that hook and I wasn't even sure why. And that's because you have to develop a little bit of an instinct in order to catch the really tricky ones. And I've found, as strange as it is, that the biggest ones are the ones, for the most part, that have the lightest bite. That being said, at this point, I am getting frustrated because I keep missing these fish. I mean, after all, I'm here to catch them, not feed them. So as long as I'm still getting bites and they're not those half bites I always talk about, I'm going to stay until the bite stops or I'm out of bait. And you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed. Woo. All right, man. That's a better size sheepshead. It looks like about the 17 or 18 size. Take a look. Close to 17. All right, man. Nice size fish. All right, we're gonna let her go. Woo! All right. All right, so this next fish was one of the better ones on the day and would have been my dinner fish at this size, but this was a planned catch and release trip only, and this mid-sized sheep puts up a really nice fight. He was a lot of fun. Ooh, it's a nice one. Ooh, that's a big boy. All right, this guy is. This guy is measuring, oh yeah, 19 and a half. Nice fish. Let's get him up to the slack water. All right, man. 19 and a half cent sheepshead. Beautiful fish. And also going home. So these fish don't always take off for me right away when I'm releasing them, and I just want to make sure they're fully revived before I let them go. So I'm trying to come up with some different ways to get them to take off a little sooner. I call this one the poke 'em method. Woo! All right. So these are all shallow water fish, and you have to be careful because although you get them to the surface rather quickly, they're still quite green, or in other words, not tired out yet. And when you're reaching for your net, you got to be careful that you're hanging onto your rod, because if they take another run when you're not paying attention, they could literally rip the pole right out of your hand. All right, it's number 4, I think. I mean, I'm usually good with a 4-fish trip after work. Oops. This one is like about 17 and a half here. Give this one a proper release. Nice size sheepshead. It's bleeding pretty good from the lip. All right, let this guy go too. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo! Right. All right, watching this next clip, how I slightly lift my jig up and set it back down again, and this draws attention to it, and the hit's going to come right after that. This works really well for tog too. Some people are convinced that they move their bait, it's going to spook the fish. I think, if anything, it makes them more aggressive. And I have referred to this in the past as ringing the dinner bell. Oh man, is that right in the eye? I hope not. God, please tell me I didn't get him in the eyeball. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, that's a weird spot to hook him. He was smelling the bait. Looks like a 17 and a halfer. All right, this one's going back too. Nice fish. And we're gonna send him home. Bye-bye. And this brings us to the last fish, and this is going to be kind of cool because this sheep is going to catch this bait on the way down. And it's going to take me a second to figure it out, but once I suspect that something's off, I'm going to do my little exploratory lift, see that he has it, and then I'm going to set the hook. Check it out. Oh, and pay no mind to the tin can in my net. It was just my turn on the chores list to clean up the bay today. You know me, just doing my part to help keep the community clean. All right, that was like right away, dude. They're all over that piling right there. Always cleaning up somebody else's trash here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Calm down. All right, man, this sheepshead is very lively right now. Looks like he's about the 16 or 17 inch range. 16. All right, let's get him back in the water. All right, man. Nice looking sheepshead. Let him go. Oh, crap. He's spun around now. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Bye-bye. Okay, so this was an awesome trip, and I love these little after-work sniper missions. Catch and release means there's very little cleanup for me when I get home, and as you can see here, getting my loaded kayak out of the water is just as easy as putting it in. And now with this being so hassle-free, I see myself doing a lot of these little after-work trips in a season that really is just getting started. All right, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something as well. If you did, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and please consider supporting me by subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Catch you next time. Peace.